of all, can I just apologise that it has been so long since I last posted a video. However, I did put a community post up either yesterday or the day before, just explaining that I was waiting for some books to arrive online and then obviously I would do a video. So I have got them all here. So this video is going to be a book haul, which is this part of the video, and then I'm going to move upstairs to my bedroom and reorganise my bookcase. So I thought I'd bring you along for that. And yeah, without further ado, I'm going to get on with this part of the video, which is the book haul. Also, can I just say, I know I look as red as a tomato, but at the moment when I'm filming this, the UK is going through a heat wave, unfortunately. I just can't wait for it to be autumn, to be honest. So yeah, unfortunately, I don't have say over the weather. Okay, so I've got a box here, which is full to the top, as you can see. And I think I'm actually going to start with the bookmarks that I ordered, if I can find the other one. So altogether, I ordered 3. These were all on Shein. I cannot remember how much they were, but I know they were no more than about £3 each. So the first one is, I haven't taken them out of the packets yet because I wanted to show you all. So I'm actually just going to go and get them out of the packets and then I'll be back, because otherwise it's going to be a load of rattling and messing around. Okay, so I've got all 3 of the bookmarks here out of the wrappers. So the first one is this one. It's black and then it's got a rose on it and a skeleton hand holding the rose, and it says "You had me at trigger warning," and then it's got a little black book on it on the end. So I actually got this for the purpose of my thriller books and my dark romance books, because I wanted a bit of a darker coloured bookmark to go with the dark romance and the thriller vibes of the books. And then the next 2 bookmarks are on the same theme as each other. So I actually bought 2 off-campus bookmarks. Now, the first one is this one that says Briar University, and then it's obviously got some of the characters on. It's got hockey, ice skates, everything like that, and that has a baby blue tassel on the end of it. So I actually thought that was super cute, and you will see in a minute why I bought these bookmarks. So that's the first one. And then the second one I actually customised myself, because obviously when you go on Shein you can do personalised bookmarks. So I got my 3 favourite hockey boys from off campus on there. Again, it's got a baby blue tassel, and it has Garrett Graham, Dean De Laurentiis and John Logan, which are actually my 3 favourite hockey boys from the Briar hockey team. So I got that, which I thought, and it's actually such good quality, like it is really hard plastic as well. So I actually thought that was super, super good. And again, I'm pretty sure it was like under £3. So the next items are actually all books. So this box here is full of books. So I don't really know what to start with. I will do those ones in a moment. So I will start. Well, that wasn't meant to happen, was it, guys? So let me just pick this one up. So the first 2 books that I'm going to show you are actually from my local supermarket, which is Asda. They were £5.48 each, but I got them on the 2 for £8.98 deal. So the first one is Pen Pal. Now, I've heard a little bit about this book, but I haven't heard much. And again, it looks like a dark romance, so it will perfectly match that bookmark that I just showed you. And yeah, I mean, I'm not too keen on the front cover because I don't like real people on front covers. However, apart from that, it actually sounds really, really good. It does sound a bit dark, but obviously it's a dark romance, so that is to be expected. So I cannot wait to read that book. I'm just going to put the books down here on the floor. And then, I'm not sure if I've mentioned before, but I am absolutely obsessed with the Good Girl's Guide to Murder trilogy by Holly Jackson. Now, I read the first 3 books first, and then I watched season 1 of A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. Then obviously season 2 has just released. Earlier this month or last month, I can't remember the exact dates, I think it was last month. So I watched that and it was incredible. So then I decided to reread the whole series again, and I finished them this month actually. Took me about 2 or 3 days to read all 3 books because they are just amazing. So I saw this, Not Quite Dead Yet, also by Holly Jackson, and I thought I would give it a go because I really love the Good Girl's Guide to Murder series. So I thought I would give another one of her books a go. Now, I've heard that this is quite upsetting and quite sad, so I'll have to see. But again, this will match the new bookmark that I just showed you. And yeah, I will see how I get on with this. I mean, I love Holly Jackson's writing style anyway, so this book should be really good and a book that I really enjoy. So I cannot wait to read that one. Now, I'm actually going to do these 3 books next because on the topic of Holly Jackson and the Good Girl's Guide to Murder series, well, it's actually a trilogy. I need to keep saying trilogy, but I just call it series. So I actually wanted to buy some special editions because I have obviously my bookcase at the moment, which you will have seen, which is quite small, but my dream is to have like a whole wall full of massive bookcases. So when I get those, I'm gonna display these, and I was thinking of getting the American versions of the books, but I decided against it just because I already have the paperbacks in the UK version. So I wanted to get some special editions, which are actually hardback. Now, I don't read hardback that much, but these will not be getting read. These will be display purposes only. These were £40 for 3 books, which I wouldn't usually spend £40 just on 3 books when I could probably go to my local supermarket and get about 5 or 6 books for that. However, I just saw these and I had to get them. So obviously you have the first one, which is A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. And look at the beautiful sprayed edge on that. As soon as I saw these, I completely fell in love. I got these off Amazon, and I actually got them earlier this month while they were still in stock because I actually thought that they would sell out super quick, and already they have sold out. I just absolutely love these, so I'm going to have them like on my shelves, either like that or like that. And I love the writing on the front as well. These are just absolutely beautiful. Then you have Good Girl Bad Blood, which is the second one, and the one that they've just released the season 2 of, the TV show. And then obviously this is the sprayed edge. These are just absolutely beautiful. I've never seen books like these. Well, I have, but I've never owned books like these. And then finally you have As Good as Dead, which is obviously the third one. And again, look at that sprayed edge. These are just such beautiful books. And I actually really wanted to read these, but then I thought no, because they cost so much money and I want to keep them as pristine and nice as possible. So they are just going to be for display purposes. So I absolutely loved them. Now, the next book set that I bought, I actually bought off eBay for £33, and I am absolutely not impressed at all. So these books are sold out everywhere, and unfortunately eBay was the only place that I could buy them. And it is actually the Off-Campus series. Now, I actually had this series about 2 years ago. I read the first 3 books and I just decided that it wasn't for me. So unfortunately I did get rid of them. But then after watching the TV series, I decided I wanted to reread them and rebuy the series. And like I said, unfortunately the only place they were in stock was eBay. And you'll see why. So first of all, the spines don't match at all. The first one and the third one match, and then the rest just do not match at all. They are not like the proper format. They are really thin and wide rather than being thick and narrow like a normal book. So obviously you have this, and then you have that, which is the normal format of a book, as you can see. So I wasn't happy about that. The seller actually sent me a video before I purchased them, just because I asked them to, because I'm like really particular when I buy books online especially. So the seller actually sent me a video of all of the books in the set, and yeah, he obviously had different copies, he or she. They obviously had different copies than these, because if I'd have got these on the video, I would not have bought them at all. And now, not unfortunately, thankfully they actually are in English, because again, I was a bit worried about that. But if you can see the back, it is very blurry, and the pages are really thin, and you can tell that they have just been printed from a PDF file. Like, the pages are super thin. And yeah, like I said, all the spines don't match. And again, the blurbs, so this blurb is actually talking about Hannah Wells and Garrett Graham, which is obviously what that book's about. And now this one, you're missing a letter off the author's name, and it goes on about someone called Diana on the back and Noah, which is not what this book's about, because this is about all 4 of the main couples. It is basically like a giant epilogue, so I do not know what the blurb's talking about there. Again, here, this book is about Sabrina and John Tucker, and on the back it does say Sabrina, but it talks about someone called John Hutchinson. He's called John Tucker, not John Hutchinson, so I don't know what's going on there. This one actually does talk about Ali and Dean, which is obviously correct, which is what that book's about. And then this one talks about Hayden Houston, and it doesn't say. So yeah, I'm not really impressed with these. However, they are readable and they do seem to make sense, I'm pretty sure. Hang on. Yeah, they do actually make sense inside, so I'm just going to have to ignore the blurbs and just read them as I know them. So that is the first part of this video done, which has been the book haul. So in a moment, I'm going to gather all this up and I'm going to take the phone upstairs and reorganise my bookcase for you all. Right, okay guys, so as you can see, I've moved upstairs to my bedroom now. The kitten is in here, so if the tripod falls over, then that's why, because she's messing with the wire to my ring light. So what I'm going to start with doing is getting all the things off the top of my bookcase, and then I will pull all the books off and then get to organising them. Okay, so as you can see, I've just removed everything off the bookcase, minus the books obviously. I've taken all the ornaments and all the decorations off. So now I'm going to start to take all the books off the bookcase. Okay, so as you can now see, the bookcase is bare. I've taken all the books off and just put them into random piles. So I actually have a couple of books that aren't on my bookcase yet that I want to put on there. So I'm going to get those out and then I'll be back when I'm sorting them into the colours. Okay, so as you can see here, I've sorted them into piles. So we have red there, white there, purple there and there, orange there, and then we have blue. All of them are blue. We have black there, pink there, yellow there, and green there. So now I just need to reorganise them back onto the bookshelf. Right, okay, so after about an hour of hard and tiresome work, I've finally organised my bookcase, so I'm going to spin the camera around and show you what I've done. Right, okay, sorry guys, my sister just came into my room. So along the top here we have blues going into purples and then my reading light. Then we have purples going into pinks on the second shelf. Then we have reds going into oranges and then yellows. And then I couldn't fit my green on, so here are my greens and then the off-campus series at the bottom. So yeah, that is the finished bookcase and I'm quite impressed with it. So I'm going to spin you around again and do the outro. Okay, so thank you everyone for watching this video. If you did like it, then please give it a thumbs up and please consider subscribing. You don't have to, of course. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye everyone!